Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Lakelands Football Show. I'm your host, Sarah Spencer, and we are really excited to talk to you about the second round of playoffs. Yeah, a couple eliminations, not that many really.
Right.
A lot of local teams stayed in it. You want to introduce yourself?
Michael Christchurch, sports editor.
And David Roberts, sports writer. I will be in Spartanburg this weekend for Boiling Springs, Greenwood.
Just a tiny little game that's going on over in Spartanburg. All right, you guys want to do some picks?
Let's do it.
Let's do this thing. You came prepared with your tie.
Yeah, professional
takes
picks.
These picks very seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, Louisville 9-2 at McCormick 5-5. What do you think, Mr. Fancy over there?
McCormick's ready to play. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They've had 4 weeks off, and they're just ready to hit somebody else other than themselves in practice. I think this is a big game. These two teams have met only twice. They're 1-1 against each other. Whoever wins this, obviously gets to keep moving on. Important game. Louisville has been better offensively and defensively. They'll know about Mateo Durant. Obviously, everybody knows about Mateo by now. I think it's going to be hard for McCormick to keep up scoring-wise. So I got Louisville in this one.
Okay.
I believe you picked Louisville to go all the way, didn't you? Is that your 1A pick?
Yes, it is.
We have some
Bitter
not betting.
pill to swallow.
We're just
Predictions?
we have some predictions going on just among the three of us. But aren't you two already out in the 5A?
In 5A.
We're not
I
in
took
5A.
Northwestern. Gaffney upset them.
I think that just leaves me. Anyway, okay. So Dixie 7-4 at Lamar 10-0. What you got?
10-0 team at home. Dixie on the road. It's 3+ hour drive. Dixie played well last week. Their defense has been stepping up. Offense is going to have to keep up in this game. You're facing a team that's basically scoring 40 points a game, only allowing 8. So Dixie, play keep away as long as you can. Play 4 corners, whatever you need to do.
And they run like that double wing offense that really, it does a good job of running out the clock, but I just you can't run out the whole
4
clock.
quarters.
So I think I might have to go Lamar on this one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hard to play from behind with that kind of offense.
Yes.
And Lamar is my pick for 1A state champ. So they've just been really good all year.
There you go.
I'm on Lamar.
All right. Andrew Jackson, 9-2. At Saluda, 10-1. So Saluda's coming off that decisive 49-0 win versus
So
Landrum.
decisive.
Honestly, I think Saluda has a little too much offense to fall to Andrew Jackson, so I'm going Saluda. What do you think?
And this is an Andrew Jackson team that lost 36-6 at the beginning of the year to Louisville. So I think the most impressive thing about that Saluda win is the fact that they didn't give up any points. I mean, we know what Malik Brooks in that offense can do.
But the defense isn't shabby either.
No, it's very good.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be the key. I think Saluda gets the win.
All right. So Christchurch 7-4 at Abbeville 10-1. This is the game that I'll be at. So stay tuned for that. What you think?
Abbeville at home, 19-game winning streak. It's hard to go up
Just
against.
a little tiny
Momentum
little short
is key in high school football. Christchurch is a very good team. I think that they will score. I think that it will be closer than some people think. But Abbeville, just something clicks in the second half against Abbeville, especially at home with the crowd behind them. I like the Panthers.
Yeah.
I like Abbeville too. They're giving up 7.2 points per game, which is like nothing. And just got their 5th shutout against Lee Central. It was a 36-0 win at home. I think and then on offense you have TJ Rogers, Junior Rapley, Courtney Jackson, just so many powerful, so many weapons on offense. I think the Panthers got this one, particularly playing at home.
Sure. It's not a win streak per se. It's a non-losing streak.
Because of that weirdo tie.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Blame it on me.
We'll move past. Yeah, because it's your fault because you were there.
Because I went to Georgia. I should have sent the Georgia girl.
You should have sent me. Okay, so Emerald 5-6 at Newberry 8-3. What you think?
I think this is the game that's going to determine who gets to lose to Fairfield Central next week.
In the next round.
No matter who wins this game, I think Fairfield Central is going to go a long way into the playoffs. I don't think that Emerald has the offense to keep up with them. They're holding opponents to 17 points per game on defense, so I don't think Emerald can overcome that.
The Vikings did pull off that upset versus Crescent, the 39-32 win in the first round, so that's something to be proud of. All right, Spartanburg 8-3 at Lawrence 6-5. What you think?
Well, Lawrence has the type of team that you want in the playoffs. You know, big, physical, good O-line. They can run the ball. Everyone on the team can run the ball. DQ
Offensive
Floyd.
linemen can run.
Yeah. Even Dwayne Martin, their freshman, had 76 yards, I believe, on 5 carries. Coach Liner said that's going to be a D1 guy if he can put in the hard work over the next few years. But I don't know. I like Lawrence. I've liked them all year, especially with what they've had to go through. But I don't think.
Just the injuries?
No. Well, I just think Spartanburg's got too much. I really do.
Okay.
So I got to roll with Spartanburg.
What about you?
Yeah, I know we talked about this a little bit earlier about throwing records out the window, but Spartanburg is 5-0 against Lawrence all time. But Lawrence is at home, and like you guys said, they did have some injuries to Lawrence, so I like Spartanburg in a close one.
Okay. All right, game of the week. Greenwood 9-2. You don't know anything about Greenwood. It's not like you've been to every game. And then at Boiling Springs 10-1. You go first.
I think if Boiling Springs is able to get through Greenwood, they have a real good shot at winning the 5A state championship. But they do have to go through Greenwood. Sam Pinkney had a huge night. I think that really opens up the offense if he can stay hot. Opens up that zone read for him. Sam Pinkney, however, will draw, I believe, what's his name? Donovan Anderson, who is a North selection, very physical cornerback. So that's going to be really interesting to watch.
Matchup to watch.
Yeah, how he compares to Pinkney and limits him on offense.
For sure. What about you?
Tough one. You don't lose one game all year and not be a good team, and same thing could be said about Greenwood. I'm a little suspect about Greenwood's defense. I know they have Will Bettis, great defensive line. I just think that you're going to get in a scoring match. This is going to be a game, you score, I score. Who can Greenwood match, and when they match, can they hold Boiling Springs? So I think Boiling Springs just has a little bit more offense and gets it done.
I like Boiling Springs and a higher scoring game.
Sure, I'm going Greenwood.
Going Greenwood.
I know I'm going to hear
Just to cause problems.
I'm going to hear it if I don't. I know there are a few people who
For sure.
gave me heck
Hey, I'm
about.
not underestimating Greenwood.
Yeah.
It's a good team.
Yep,
It's a
yep.
darn good team.
If there's one thing to be sure about, it's Greenwood's defense, though. They have a very stout defense, especially up front. They can
Sure.
play. They can
Well,
play.
David would know because he's been to every game, and he'll be at the one on Friday.
That's my job.
Yes. That's what they pay us for. Anyway, so thank you for tuning in to this week's episode. Like we said, stay tuned for second round playoff news, and we will see you guys next week.